Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm sorry if I sound a little funny. I am kind of sick, but hopefully I can get through this video. And so if you haven't noticed by the lovely display right now, I am going to be doing a diaper review on these diapers that I've been trying out. I did originally do a diaper review when Adoni was like a newborn, and it was actually one of my first videos. So I don't recommend going to go watch it, but if you want to go watch it, you totally can go look for it. I'm just letting you know it's not my best video. So yeah, so to start off, I did start using the Huggies Snug and Dry, which are these right here. I really liked them when Adoni was a size 1 and 2, but then when we went to a size 3, I just felt like they leaked a lot more than they normally did, so I would have a lot of wet, dirty clothing. So I didn't like that, and I just decided to go on a little quest till I found a pretty good diaper. So I am going to be showing you each and every one of these diapers. I am going to just tell you a little bit about them and what I liked about them and what I didn't. So this is the Huggies Snug and Dry, and this is what I, like I said, started out with, and I really liked them. They are kind of soft. They are not softer than the Pampers, SWADDLERS, and the Huggies little Snugglers. You can tell they do have the famous Mickey Mouse print, which I didn't really care much for anyways at the beginning. And this is just what the back looks like, and this is the inside of the Huggies Snug and Dry, and this is one main reason that I really did enjoy these diapers at the beginning, was because they had kind of this little blue lining right here, if you can see it. And it actually has little gel in it. So I really liked it at the beginning, and then once I started getting around to the size 3 diapers, I just felt like this became really bloated whenever he would urinate in it. And I also had a few times that the actual gel crystals, whatever it is that's inside the diaper, they actually bursted onto his little bum. So I didn't like that at all, and like I said, it would get pretty bloated from the lining. And one thing that I did like about the Huggies Snug and Dry was just that the back had this little elastic, which I think fitted him a little bit better, and I just felt secure, and nothing was gonna come out just because this back right here was cinched. So unfortunately, like I said, these didn't work out for us, but I still do plan on using them for as long as I can for baby number 2. So the second diaper that I did try was the Pampers SWADDLERS, which is this one right here. And you know, I thought they worked awesome. I just felt like even when Adoni was younger, he would get rashes from it on his little bum, and even still now he still did with these, and mainly because he does have sensitive skin, so I can't just use whatever on him. But I did like them in the sense that they would hold, they wouldn't really leak. Obviously, if a diaper has been on too long on your baby, you know, you are gonna have some leaks because that diaper just cannot retain any more liquid in it. So like I said, this is the Pampers SWADDLERS in a size 3, and I did feel like these were a little bit thinner, and they were also a little bit longer than the Huggies Snug and Dry. So as you can see, they have the little Sesame Street characters on there, and then there's also a wetness indicator that goes all the way out throughout the back, and this is what the back looks like. It's just pretty plain if you ask me. Now, like I said, these did cause my son to get kind of like a rash, and I don't know if it's because of the material, but if you can see right here, it kind of just looks like a mesh maybe. I don't know if it's just because it feels really soft, because these do feel a lot softer than the Snug and Dry. I don't know if that was the cause for them to give him rashes, And then he would also get rashes from along this line right here, which, you know, I think it's because they have a certain smell to them. They kind of do smell kind of like pea powder scent to them. But like I said, these were great for holding his stuff in, except for the fact that they just caused him rashes. Now, one thing that I noticed about Pampers is that they don't have the back cinched up like the Huggies do, which I honestly do wish they did, because I just feel like stuff is more prone to come out through the back in case of any accidents or whatnot. But like I said, these just unfortunately didn't work out for us. So after trying the Pampers SWADDLERS, I did move on to the Luvs, which is this green and purple one right here. And again, like I said, I did do a review on these three right here. But at the time when Adoni was a newborn, I didn't like them, and I definitely did not like them this time. I did have some leaks from them, and they weren't even on him for that long. And then I just really hated the material, like absolutely hated the material. It is the more economical than Huggies and Pampers, which is awesome, but I just wish their quality was a lot better. And so this is just what the Pamper looks like. Of course, it's size 3. It also is kind of thin and longer than the Huggies, and then it has this adorable little monkey on it, and I think they even changed their design to where there is another big monkey on the back, but this one just has a little one. So I don't know if you can hear this, but the sound of this just feels really plasticky, and I'm sorry to say this, but it feels kind of cheap, which I honestly don't like at all. And like I said, these didn't work out for us whatsoever. I did test these diapers out for a whole week because I would purchase small packs. So this is just what the inside looks like. It does have some blue tint to it. Unlike the Huggies, it doesn't have a certain patch where everything absorbs. It's kind of just this long rectangle that goes across the whole diaper. And one thing that I didn't like about the material of this also was that whenever it was wet, this part right here would just get kind of clumpy, and I just didn't like the way they function at all. And like I said, I did have leaks. And after trying those, we did try the Huggies little snugglers, because in the hospital he actually did use these, and I really did enjoy these when he was a newborn and he had his umbilical cord, because they do have a little half circle right here that, you know, prevents the diaper from touching the umbilical cord, which I really liked. But these also have a little indicator, and I like that these were Pooh Bear and they had cute little clouds all over them and a little sun. So I really like the whole little character on this particular diaper. But these kind of do feel, as far as like the texture, they feel really soft, and they also kind of feel like the little SWADDLERS, which he also developed a rash on his bum with these as well, which is why they didn't work out for us. And I just feel, being size 3, they kind of fit him a little bit more snug than they should. But this is the back, which I did forget to show you guys. So the design of it is really cute. Now, one thing that I do want to mention about these is that they added this little like Velcro to keep the diaper closed, which at first I was like, oh, okay, you know, that's pretty neat. But after a while, it would just get kind of annoying, because the Velcro that attaches it together, this Velcro would just get stuck to the dirty diaper. So it was kind of tough to remove the dirty diaper and keep this one on and all that stuff. So I really dislike that. And then in the back, it also has it all cinched up, which I of course enjoy, and I really do wish the Pampers also had their backs like this. But as far as the inside, this is just what the inside looks like, and these are really soft. So lastly, on this side right here, I just have the Pampers Cruisers, which I was going to originally try the Huggies little movers, but I didn't. And as far as right now, the Pampers Cruisers has been working really well for us, which I'm really enjoying. I haven't had any leaks. They work as great as the SWADDLERS. They just don't give my son a rash. And again, they feel kind of soft, but not that soft. So if you can't already tell, I really actually like the design of these because it's kind of colorful, and of course it's Sesame Street on them. So each diaper has a different character, and this is what the back looks like. So the backs are also different on all the diapers. So I think they're really cute, and this is just what the inside looks like. Now the inside is kind of soft, and I really do like the way they work. It does have a different inside than the SWADDLERS, if you can see closely. And then of course the back isn't singed, which I really wish it was. But I've been really loving these, and so far they've been working really great. And if anything, I will let you guys know if I change onto a different diaper. Now I am going to be doing an experiment on these diapers, which is part 2 to this review right here. And in that second video, I am going to be pouring water into these diapers to see which one is actually kind of dry and which one can hold the most and different things like that. So I am going to test all of these out. So I hope you stay tuned to watch that video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'm sorry for all the chaos in the background. On Adoni, it's just all over the place. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you out if you're trying to look for a diaper. Again, not all diapers work for the same babies. You're just gonna have to test each of them out to see how you like them and how they work for you. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you for my next video. Bye.